Hello ladies, gents, boys and girls, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Today we're back in the Phoenix in this funky JetBlue Dunkin Donuts livery, sat here on the ground at MK Studios LaGuardia. We're going to be sending this lovely Airbus over to Tampa Bay in Florida. Flight time of 2 hours and 30 minutes, cruising initially at 32,000 feet. Weather in New York is a bit crap. There's a bit of a storm coming in, low cloud, it's quite cold, and it's going to be a bit bumpy all the way until about halfway point where we should start to see a bit better weather, and of course when we descend into Florida it's going to be really nice weather down there, 26 degrees. So let's jump into the flight deck and get everything set up for the day's flight. Right, welcome into the flight deck of the Airbus A320 aircraft. As you can see, this Shift plus C to exit aircraft bug is still here. I'm not going to download that freeware thing to get rid of it. I'll just wait until they actually do it themselves. Let's just change the fuel a little bit. We're going to take £21,000 of fuel, and we'll ask GSX to board with instant fueling. Overhead panel now, fuel pumps can come on. Get the APU spooling up. And we'll request our flight plan from SimBrief. And we'll go and get our stuff here. Just the load sheets. And then we are JetBlue 1247. Cost index of 15, cruising initially at 320, we'll step climb up to 36 I believe. Runway 13, we're on this nice RNAV departure which takes us right over Manhattan. Sadly I don't think we'll be able to see it. ILS 01 on that and the Banff transition via Pi. That looks all good there. We'll go flight plan.
We are ready for pushback.
And we'll have a pass through it. It probably would help if I put the IRSs on, wouldn't it? There you go, wait for them to align first.
Departure checks completed.
There you go, so it's a right hand turn after departure, and then it's vectors, or we'll just go direct to the first waypoint. And then as we head down towards Florida, it's a typical American arrival, parallel to the runway, on a downwind, then we'll cut in. Lovely. So we'll get the predicted wind shear on, get everything ready for the weather radar, and we'll have a look at the charts for today's departure. So we'll star that. So it's quite a tight turn, max 220, 4,500 by Victor Oscar Bravo, Oscar Zulu, or 02, sorry, and it'll just be vectors, not vectors, but direct. And we're there on stand, so it's the first right, and then we'll just go taxi parallel down the runway. Yeah, like that, cross the runway, full length. And there's our arrival, pretty straightforward. Doesn't look too hard for us. And then there's 01, and then I'll have to figure out where we JetBlue park, but we'll turn right at a point somewhere. Let's ask for some weather from Tampa. And we'll go and have a look at the weather. LaGuardia, it looks okay down here. And looks pretty sound in Tampa as well. Looks quite nice actually. Right, it's pretty much everything. until we've got boarding complete from GSX. Can't put the weights in until GSX is finished. Oh, just looking at the QNH there, and I've got 3018. Do I have live weather on? No, I do not. There you go. There you go, that's better. Right, so that's pretty much it until GSX is finished boarding. Pop the APU on now, and I'll see you when we're ready for push and start. Right, so boarding's been complete. We're ready to rock and roll. We'll dismiss that, and we'll send that to MCDU, and we'll go to performance, and we'll go packs off for today's departure. It's giving us flaps 3. That looks good there. Up 0.4. We'll accept the load chute, go flight plan on that side. And we're ready to go, basically. So we've got the APU bleed on, external power off, get some conditioned air pumps into the cabin. We'll go and get rid of the chocks and GPU as well. Request pushback and departure. We're going to go...
Release parking brakes, please.
Nose left, tail right. And we'll just wait for the... Let's see if the... do we have stairs attached? Oh yeah, that's what we're waiting for, the stairs. So, beacon light can come on now. Start switch to...
Commencing push.
Well,
All
start
engines
switch
clear.
on.
Start at will.
And we'll release the parking brake. Engine number 1 to start. So engine number 1's coming alive. You don't realise how close we are to that terminal building there. This MK Studios rendition of LaGuardia is really nice as well. We'll have to do a landing when the weather's a bit better so we can see Manhattan.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
So we've got 2 good engine starts, it looks like. Just waiting for the Avail, which we've got there on engine number 2. So get APU off, taxi light on, flaps to position 3. Right, so flight controls, just waiting for the flaps to come down and we'll trim. And we'll go max auto, full right, neutral, left, neutral, full down, full up. Now for the rudders, left and full right. All flight controls are free and correct. We'll get the runway turn off on and release parking brake. And let's taxi to runway 13. It's not that far. It's actually one of the smaller airports in America that I've flown out of. And if you want to check out my settings video on how to get Microsoft Flight Simulator to look this smooth, check out my latest video where I go into detail on my systems and some other external apps I'm running to get it to look this smooth. I mean, we're running pretty much everything on high, apart from stuff that we don't need because we're flying commercial airliners, where we're flying a payware aeroplane at a very detailed payware scenery in probably the most demanding area on the sim, and I'm stable at 50 FPS capped with 2 times frame gen, so I'm getting 100 FPS in total. So what we'll do is we'll go left here, then first right, and then we'll just follow the runway down full length. Yeah, I really like the ground textures in 2024. They do look really nice, and it just makes it more immersive, doesn't it? Not online today, so TCAS to TARA, and we'll just go with that. So packs can come off now as well. Those clouds don't look too friendly, do they? It's getting to that time of year now though, where the weather's starting to change and it's not as nice as it was a couple of months ago. Oh well, that means we can do some winter ops into Innsbruck and stuff, which is more exciting. Right, we'll get the lights on, we're ready to go. line up on runway 13. So we'll stand on the brakes. Chrono, spool them up, 50%. Stable. Man flex, SRS runway nav blue. And them IAE sound very beefy today. There's V1 coming up. Rotate. And up we go. Let's go flying. And that feels really good there. Positive right gear up. Nav. That's that right hand turn. There's the baseball stadium down there. Thrust, climb, climb. Pitch to maintain speed. And that looks beautiful out there. Look at that. Disarm speed brake. We'll go flaps 1, and I've completely misjudged that turn. Well done. Cool flying. Just get back on track here. Just whack the autopilot in now. Flaps up. Turn offs off. Taxi light off. First pack on. Second pack on now. There's JFK directly ahead. And there's Manhattan in the background. Look at that. That looks unbelievable. Now we've got auto FPS working, so at the moment now we've got 250 level of detail, terrain level of detail, and that will go up to 400 shortly. Looks absolutely stunning. Everything's looking okay though. There's the 5,000 restriction. What we'll do is we'll wait until we climb up. Not climb up, sorry. Wait until we've done this right hand turn, and then we'll just do open climb up to, or no, we'll just do managed climb up to 32,000 feet. And that engine model, look in there, look at the grime. That looks good. Right, 320. Wow. So climbing up nicely now, and we're going away from the waypoint we need. So what we'll do is we'll go direct shortly. Just get the weather radar, I actually forgot to put that on. Right, direct to, what's the waypoint we need to go to actually? So it's just there. We'll actually get some wing and engine anti-ice on. So go direct. well on our way, and look at that breakout, to Florida. So I'll leave you with some lovely climb and cruise highlights, and as you can see that weather off to our left hand side there, and I'll see you in the descent into Tampa. Welcome back into the flight deck after an enjoyable 2 hours in the sky over Eastern America. It's been very nice so far. Phoenix has handled everything very nicely as well. Sim's been performing quite nice. We've had some lovely weather in the descent, left all that horrible storm behind. Get some landing lights on now. Performance has been done. We're going to go flaps full, low auto brake. We are finishing the arrival, just about to start our downwind. And everything's going nicely so far. So we're just trying to catch up to that green dot and watch speed. It's nice to be back in America. We haven't done some actual American flying, like state to state, in a while. I want to fly to Denver. I've got X-coded Denver. I've never flown there in the sim, but I loaded in to make sure it was all installed correctly with the GSX profile the other day, and it looks quite nice. And there's Tampa Airport there, and the city of Tampa in front. and the terrain level of detail looks really good, and that's why I like auto FPS, because when you're on the ground at big airports it turns it down, and then when you're up at altitude like we are now, it doesn't look as blurry. It's an absolute lifesaver, and it does make it look really, really good. So, we'll vectors in a second. We'll slow down that rate of descent actually. There's no need to be descending that fast when we're still quite far away from turning base. So bringing that speed back now. So it's gone into approach mode. We don't want to be that slow. So we'll go 210. We've got dash lines on the vertical speed, so that's outer choir. And flaps 1 to maintain the speed. Tampa's looking really nice down there. We are using vertical sim Tampa, which I had for 2020, and they brought out a 2024 version, and I tested it yesterday by just jumping in and having a little drone cam around the airport, and it looks quite nice. So what's the weather looking like TAF wise? Winds are variable. It's pretty good. 3011 or 3010. And we'll open descent down to 4,000. Lovely, so we'll on the speed brake. Don't need that anymore. There's 4,000. We've got outstart. We'll start thinking about that right turn now. So 260 degrees we'll go. There you go. Right hand turn, 260. Lovely. So we go 190 knots, pulse speed, and it should start slowing down nicely. So Lando. No, we will just use our heading knob. Start descending now. Autopilot 2, approach mode activated, and speed check flaps 2. So we're all looking nice and stable. The final lap. So we need to go here. So we go stand 14. As I've just dropped my pen. So stand 14, that's where the real plane parked. And the go-around altitude is quite low, 2,000. I mean, we're not going to hit anything because everything's flat out here, but just 2,000 seems quite low. Beautiful. And I tell you what, I used to slate the Fenix a little bit when I had a worse PC because of how it performed on final approach, but since I've got this new PC, I love the Fenix now. What a great add-on, and I'm so excited for the Neos, that 321 Neo.
$2,500.
And I mean, with the Fenix 321 and 320 Neo, hopefully, fingers crossed, we might get it before the end of the year. They've still got 2 months. Right, so 2,500 feet call out. We've slowed down quite nicely now. 160 knots, holding that. Gear down. Get the lights on. Flaps 3. And I can't believe how good the ground textures look down there. It's unbelievable. And flaps 4. Beautiful. Let's do a bit of hand flying, why don't we? Disconnect the autopilot. And my aeroplane, auto thrust still in.
$1,000.
Checked. Right, so looking good here. Looking quite nice and stable. It's flying really well, really well.
$500.
So quite stable at
100
the
above.
moment. Minor corrections, try not to overdo it. That's what I find. I fly more Boeing than Airbus and I end up overcooking it a little bit.
Retard.
I cut the thrust, hold it there. Down we are, maintaining centerline, bit of a thud. Fly the nose wheel down, speed brakes up, reverses are green. Decelerating. Right, reversers can come in, and welcome down to Tampa. My throttles have locked in the reverse position. It's the only problem, I don't have the yeah, I can't get them out of. I'll do it in a second, hang on. Yeah, I'm using the Boeing throttles actually for this, and they just lock in, they won't. Come on. No, come on. There you go. Right, finally. So continue straight on this taxiway. Taxi light on. And speed brakes and flaps can come in. And a bit fast on that turn, slow it down a little bit. APU on. We get stand 14, which is in the... What bit of the airport is it? Oh, maybe if I concentrate on taxiing first, that'd be a little bit better. Straighten it up. Right, move GSX out the way. We get ground charts, taxiing, and it's A14, please. And no, we don't need a request. And where's JetBlue? Is there even a JetBlue one? No. Okay, who are we going for then? We'll just go with a Legion then, that'll do. Over this bridge. Right, I'm not used to Tampa. It's the first time I've ever been. Right, I think this is our right-hand turn, isn't it? Just checked Volanta, and it was a 195 foot per minute landing, which isn't bad. It was a bit firm, weren't it? So, but that'll do me. You know I don't like flying the Airbus. Right, so stand 14 via that turn in there, Golf 3, which is this one I believe. Taxi light can come off now. APU's on. Right, stand 14's there. Start a right hand turn. Engine number 2 off. So I do have a GSX profile for this, so hopefully this should be bang on. Right, call it a day there. Parking brake on, engine number 1 off, and another successful flight down in the Phoenix. So, welcome down to Tampa. Hope you enjoyed that video as much as me. Another nice day in the Phoenix. And flying in the States again. I think we'll stick to the States for the next couple of days, or next couple of videos, sorry. I've got some nice sceneries I'd like to show off to you guys that haven't flown on the channel in a while, or have never been to. I've got Denver and LA, so we might give them a pop over and see what they're all about. There are some cool flights to Denver which I'd like to show off as well. If you do have any flight requests, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. I am trying to get through a couple of them now. And if you did enjoy the content and today's video, please don't hesitate to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you again very soon in the next video.